June 19, 2017, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Los Angeles. Francia Raisa woke up in a hospital bed, her body screaming in pain. She reached down to touch her side, a fresh surgical scar. Part of her was gone. In the bed next to her, Selena Gomez lay unconscious, recovering from her own surgery. Francia had just given Selena one of her kidneys, the ultimate gift, the ultimate sacrifice. But what Francia didn't know, what nobody knew, was that this selfless act would nearly destroy their friendship forever. This is the untold story of two actresses who met as teenagers, trauma-bonded over heartbreak, and became so close that one literally gave part of her body to save the other's life. And then they stopped speaking for 6 years. 2007. Children's Hospital, Los Angeles. Francia Raisa was 19 years old, starring in ABC Family's hit show, The Secret Life of the American Teenager. Selena Gomez was 15, Disney Channel's rising star on Wizards of Waverly Place. Their networks arranged a charity visit to Children's Hospital Los Angeles, where young TV stars would visit sick kids and bring some joy to their difficult days. Francia was standing in a hospital corridor when a young girl with long dark hair approached her. "My mom had a teenage pregnancy," Selena said, smiling. "She was 16 years old, and we love your show." Francia's show was about teenage pregnancy, a topic that was still somewhat taboo on TV at the time. "Oh my God, thank you," Francia responded. "I love your show." It was a simple exchange, two young actresses being polite at a charity event. Neither of them knew this moment would change their lives forever. But the real bond didn't form that day. It formed over heartbreak. 2008, 2009, Hollywood. Francia and Selena were both navigating the brutal world of young fame. Teenage girls, thrust into the spotlight, dealing with relationships, breakups, and the constant pressure to be perfect. And then it happened. Around the same time, both of them went through devastating breakups with their boyfriends. Francia's phone rang. It was Selena. "I'm going through some stuff," Selena said, her voice breaking. "I'm going through a breakup." Francia felt tears forming in her own eyes. "Girl, me too," she replied. And just like that, they became inseparable. "We trauma bonded," Francia would later explain to Extra. "Which is beautiful, but also, it can get rocky and tricky." They understood each other in a way nobody else could. The pressure of fame, the loneliness of being in the public eye, the pain of having your heart broken while millions watched. Selena treated Francia like an older sister. Francia protected Selena like a younger sibling. For years, they were each other's constant support system. Birthday posts on Instagram, late-night phone calls, public displays of sisterhood. They even got matching tattoos. The date, June 19th. At the time, nobody knew what that date meant. But in 2017, everyone would find out. 2015, undisclosed location. Selena Gomez was 23 years old, and at the height of her career, her revival tour was breaking records. Her music was dominating the charts. She had over 100 million Instagram followers, but her body was betraying her. Lupus, an autoimmune disease where the body attacks its own organs, was ravaging her system. She'd been diagnosed years earlier, but by 2015 it was getting worse. She canceled her tour, checked into treatment, disappeared from the public eye. And then came the terrifying news. Her kidneys were failing. By 2017, Selena's kidneys were shutting down. She needed a transplant urgently. But the organ donor waitlist in the United States is 7 to 10 years long. Selena didn't have 7 to 10 years. She might not even have 7 to 10 months. One day, Francia came over to Selena's house. That's when she saw something that would change both their lives forever. Early 2017, Selena's home. Francia walked into Selena's kitchen for what seemed like a normal hangout. Selena was asking Francia about her day. Just casual conversation. Then Selena reached for a water bottle in the fridge. She tried to open it. She couldn't. Her hands were too weak. The lupus was affecting her grip, her strength, everything. Francia watched in confusion as Selena kept trying to twist the cap. And then Selena threw the bottle on the floor and collapsed, sobbing. Francia rushed over. "What is wrong with you?" Through tears, Selena looked up at her best friend. "I need a new kidney," she said, her voice breaking. "I don't know what I'm going to do. The wait list is 7 to 10 years. Francia's mind was racing. 7 to 10 years. Selena wouldn't make it that long. She could see it in her friend's eyes, the fear, the desperation. And then, without thinking, Francia said 4 words that would change everything. "I'll get tested." Stop for a second. Really think about that. Your best friend is dying. And without thinking twice, you say, "I'll give you part of my body." That's not just friendship, that's love. If this story is hitting you right here, hit that subscribe button. Because we tell stories about real human connection. The messy, complicated, beautiful kind. And if you've ever had a friend like Francia or wish you did, drop a shimmy in the comments right now. Let's continue. Selena looked up, shocked. "What?" "I'll get tested," Francia repeated, "to see if I'm a match." Selena started crying harder. "No, you don't have to." "I'm getting tested," Francia said firmly. 3 days later, Francia went to the hospital for compatibility testing. The call came back quickly. She was a perfect match. June 19, 2017, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Francia Raisa, 29 years old, was wheeled into the operating room. She was about to undergo nephrectomy, surgical removal of one of her kidneys. She was giving away part of her body to save her best friend's life. The surgery was complex, risky. There were complications. Both Francia and Selena's lives were in danger during the procedure. But the surgeons pulled it off. When Francia woke up, part of her was gone. When Selena woke up, she had a new chance at life. September 14, 2017, Instagram. Selena posted a photo that shocked the world. 2 women, lying in hospital beds, side by side, holding hands. The caption read, "There aren't words to describe how I can possibly thank my beautiful friend Francia Raisa. She gave me the ultimate gift and sacrifice by donating her kidney to me. I am incredibly blessed. I love you so much, sis Mark." The post went viral instantly. Francia Raisa, the woman who literally saved Selena Gomez's life. The ultimate friendship. The ultimate sacrifice. Everyone called Francia a hero. But what nobody knew was that Francia was struggling. Badly. Late 2017, Francia's home. Francia Raisa was recovering from major surgery. Physically, she was healing, but mentally, emotionally, she was drowning. "While I wasn't affected personally by kidney disease, I've seen the impacts of it firsthand," she later wrote on social media. But what she didn't say publicly was the toll it took on her. The surgery, the recovery, the fear that something could go wrong. And then came something worse. The hate. Online comments started flooding in. "She only did it for attention. She's using Selena for clout. She probably got paid." Francia was devastated. "I received negative feedback," she later revealed. "People questioned my motives. She'd given her friend a kidney, literally part of her own body, and strangers were attacking her for it. But the worst part? Selena was moving on with her life, and Francia felt forgotten." December 2017, Billboard Women in Music. Selena Gomez was honored as Woman of the Year. In her acceptance speech, she thanked Francia. "To be honest, I think Francia should be getting this award because she saved my life. It was a beautiful moment, a public acknowledgement. But behind the scenes, Something was shifting. Their friendship was starting to fracture. November 2022, Rolling Stone magazine. Selena Gomez sat down for a major interview with Rolling Stone. The interviewer asked about her friendships in Hollywood. Selena's response shocked everyone, especially Francia. "My only friend in the industry really is Taylor Swift," Selena said. "My only friend." The article went viral immediately, and Francia Raisa read it. The woman who gave Selena her kidney, who saved her life, who had matching tattoos with her, was not considered a friend. Francia's heart shattered. She posted a cryptic comment on social media, then deleted it. But fans saw it. Screenshots circulated. The friendship was over. But the real breaking point wasn't the Rolling Stone interview. It was something else entirely. November 4th, 2022, Apple TV+. Selena Gomez released her documentary, Selena Gomez, My Mind in Me. The film detailed her struggles with fame, mental health, lupus, and bipolar disorder. It was raw, vulnerable, honest. But Francia Raisa wasn't in it. Not a single mention, not one frame, not even in the credits. The woman who gave Selena her kidney, the most pivotal life-saving moment of Selena's health journey, was completely erased. Francia watched the documentary, and she felt betrayed. "We didn't talk for a year after that whole situation with her documentary happened," Francia later confirmed to TEDAW.com. "I just was like, I need my space." For Francia, it wasn't about recognition or credit. It was about feeling invisible after giving everything. She donated her kidney in 2017. 5 years later, Selena made a documentary about her life and health struggles, and Francia wasn't even mentioned. That's when Francia stopped speaking to Selena. For 6 years, they didn't talk. 2018-2023, the silent years. The internet went wild with speculation. Why did Selena and Francia stop being friends? Theories flew. Francia was upset about Selena drinking after the transplant. Selena felt suffocated by Francia's protectiveness. They had a fight about the documentary. The kidney damaged their relationship. The truth, all of it, and none of it. Relationships change, Francia later told Extra. "I don't know any relationship that's perfect. They all go through things." But she made one thing very clear. It had nothing to do with the kidney. The falling out wasn't about the organ donation itself. It was about everything that came after. Francia felt unseen, unappreciated, erased. Selena felt guilty, suffocated, unable to express her gratitude without feeling indebted forever. "We trauma bonded, which is beautiful, but also, it can get rocky and tricky," Francia explained. They unfollowed each other on Instagram, stopped talking, went completely silent. For 6 years, the woman who saved Selena's life was no longer part of it. But then in July 2023, something changed. July 26, 2023, Instagram, Francia Raisa's 35th birthday. She woke up to a notification. Selena Gomez had posted, "Happiest of birthdays to this special human being," the caption read, with photos of her and Francia together. "No matter where life takes us, I love you." Francia was shocked. "I was really surprised," she later admitted. They started talking again, slowly, carefully. "She and I are still getting to know each other again," Francia told USA Today in December 2023. In October 2023, Francia attended Selena's first Rare Impact Fund benefit. On the red carpet, Francia wore the same shoes as Selena. They posted matching photos with the caption, "No beef, just salsa." It was a reference to Francia's salsa brand collaboration, but also a message to the world. They were okay. They were healing. They were finding their way back. "I am a different person today than I was last year, or even when I turned 30, Francia said. "I'm 35 now. Even when Selena turned 30, I'm like, it's different, isn't it? And she was like, yeah. People grow. Relationships evolve. And sometimes, even after 6 years of silence, friendship finds a way back. But then came September 27th, 2025. Selena's wedding day. September 27, 2025. Selena Gomez married Benny Blanco in an intimate ceremony with 170 guests. Taylor Swift gave an emotional speech. Ed Sheeran performed. Martin Short and Steve Martin did comedy. Francia Raisa was not there. The internet exploded. Did Selena invite the woman who saved her life to her wedding? As of October 2025, neither Selena nor Francia has publicly confirmed whether an invitation was extended. Francia didn't appear in any wedding coverage. Her name wasn't on confirmed guest lists. The silence speaks volumes. Online comments flooded in. This is how I know I'm petty, because if I gave someone my organ, I'm getting a wedding invitation. Francia addressed the speculation in interviews, but carefully avoided directly answering whether she was invited. The truth, nobody knows for sure. Maybe Francia was invited, but chose not to attend. Maybe Selena didn't invite her, because their friendship was still too fragile. Maybe the invite got lost in the mail. Unlikely but possible. What we do know is this: the woman who literally gave Selena a second chance at life was not there to celebrate one of the happiest days of that life. October 2025. The Selena Gomez and Francia Raisa friendship is one of the most complex, beautiful, and heartbreaking stories in modern celebrity culture. Here's what it teaches us. 1. Even the greatest acts of love don't guarantee eternal friendship. Francia gave Selena her kidney, the ultimate sacrifice, and yet, they still grew apart. Because relationships are complicated. Gratitude can feel like obligation. Sacrifice can feel like debt. Love doesn't always equal compatibility. 2. Trauma bonding is powerful, but fragile. Francia and Selena bonded over breakups, fame, and ultimately a kidney transplant. But trauma bonding means the foundation of the relationship is built on shared pain. And when the trauma fades, sometimes the bond does too. 3. You can't force someone to stay grateful forever. Selena will be grateful to Francia for the rest of her life. But gratitude is exhausting to perform constantly. Francia wanted acknowledgement, but Selena wanted freedom from feeling indebted. Both feelings are valid. 4. Friendship breakups hurt as much as romantic ones. Maybe more. Because when a friendship ends, especially one as deep as this, you lose your person, your confidant, your sister. Francia didn't just lose a friend, she lost the person she'd given part of herself to. 5. Reconciliation doesn't mean going back to how things were. Francia and Selena are getting to know each other again. Not picking up where they left off, starting over. And that's okay. That's healthy. Francia Raisa saved Selena Gomez's life on June 19th. That fact will never change. But what also won't change is this. Even the most heroic acts of love don't exempt relationships from being human, messy, and imperfect. Francia gave Selena a kidney, but she couldn't give her a perfect friendship. And that's not a failure. That's just life.